greetings and welcome to KUDOS Latte podcast. And today this show is going to speak n number of miraculous deeds because we have an amazing guest from Germany. And if you want to know who is that great personality who will bring a lot of joy, a lot of enthusiasm and lots. So keep watching her. Here is my lovely guest, Deanna. Welcome to the show, and it's been a great privilege and honor for me to host you today.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, Deanna, people are so excited, and of course, me, that you are here and we are there to know about your life journey and so many great things which will come in this Latte podcast. So, Deanna, without any delay, without any pause, with my latte, I welcome you once and I pass the dice in your court. Kindly enlighten the world with your inspiring and so motivating life journey.
Thank you so much. Well, it just all started when I was sent a book from an anonymous sender, and the book was titled Leadership Styles. And at that moment, I was really in the darkest time of my life because my life was just completely in shambles. And it just felt more like mocking than anything else. So I took the book, I looked at it, and I was just like, pow, and smashed it against the wall because I was really ticked off. And I felt like, I've been doing relationships for such a long time. And before that, I have 6 years of experience of putting teams together and all of that. And before that, I was a tomboy leading a boys group. So it just started when I was very, very small. But in that moment, it just felt like I will never go into leadership, ever. Because everything was kind of like, why would someone send me this right here after all of these things that had happened in my life, like hacker attacks? What else? The snail mail didn't arrive. People were just weird acting around me, just really weird. And I came to the conclusion, okay, so someone must have something against me. It's like I'm almost like, I don't know, a weird thing in a weird thing. And it just didn't all add up at all. So shortly after I received the book, I became homeless. And during that time, that was when I really had to look inside and find who I really am. Like, what do I stand for? What's really important? What matters most? And I've lost everything, my home, my children, everything. So at that moment, it was just a relief because there were no bills tugging at me. There was nothing that was tugging at me. I just could kind of like pivot in my head and see, hey, who am I? This homeless person. I say that quote unquote, because now I feel that that was the greatest gift that I could have received. It just gave me so much freedom. I have never experienced anything like it. So after that, when I came back into a home, a place, and I had another bed again, it was kind of like, actually, I wish I could have read that book. That would have been quite cool. I wonder what that was about. I smacked it against the wall, but then I became curious. And I picked up another book, which is from Simon Sinek, and it's called Leaders Eat Last. And I've been eating this book, like back to front, front to back. And I really love it because it's so much, it comes from the heart. And it speaks about how leaders are the people who are more responsible for the people, and they are more relationship people than anything else. And then I became interested in agile leadership because I love the concept of disruption, of creating something that is not there in the form or for the type of audience that it's previously served. And I figured, hey, you know what? Actually, when I am in that type of disruptive field, like the idea creation, the concept creation, and so on and so forth, which is completely new to the market, what do I do as a leader? What do I have to get into? And this is where agile leadership became my staple. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I do with clients. I do agile leadership coaching and sparring so that they actually have the chance and build up leadership skills that help them to pivot right away and to train their teams in ways that help them to come to terms with the uncertainty of today's market. If we're looking at it, we have AI, we have everything that is rapidly changing within the space of every industry, basically. And so, how do leaders actually work with that? What do they do with this? First of all, how do they handle themselves? How do they handle their teams? What do they teach them? How do they make them feel safe? Because all of that difference and all of the change can really make someone feel on edge because there is no or seemingly no structure. And seemingly it's always that the job is on the line. Here's the thing about that. As a leader, when you are capable to teach your team or to train your team in the way that they can handle that, if you give them autonomy, if you give them a say so within their role, they're going to perform so much better, so much better. And it's going to be so much easier for any leader in the field.
Wow, Diana, I am speechless. I'm mesmerized after listening your great journey. And thank you so much for giving the accurate definition of leadership, because so many people talk about leadership, the bookish language, the internet language, but the real leadership you had given with your lifestyle, with your living journey and life line, I mean, that was marvelous. And I really appreciate you from the bottom core of my heart. The real leader is you, Diana, because you proved in from your life that whatever may happen, whatever happening, you have to go on. You have to, energize your leadership quality within yourself, and then you will see a new leader in you. So thank you so much for this loveliest answer. And I say on this Kiddos Latte podcast that yes, true leaders are really what you are, what you think about yourself, not the world thinks about yourself. So thank you so much. And moving to the next question, which is so curious for me. Diana, I know that you had faced n number of challenges, because this strong personality whom I'm hosting today on Kiddos Latte podcast, it's just not came just like that. I mean, she had faced a number of challenges, problems, hurdles, roller coaster rides of so many sleepless nights. So in your life, we all would love to know any sort of challenges that really shook you down, and the most important thing, how did you overcome those challenges as a strong woman? And we all would love to know that.
This may sound really strange, and I'm kind of like hesitant with coming out with it because it sounds so weird.
Yeah.
It's,
But we
um,
all want to know that. We all want to get that example we want to implement in our life. So kindly go on.
the hardest part was when I noticed that in my home where I was living with my children, that things would be disappearing. they would be replaced, they would be disappeared. Some of my food, or our food, has been tampered with. And later on, the evidence disappeared. So when I decided I'm not going to give that back in order to exchange it, I want to keep this because I want to find out, or I want to be able to use it in court. So all of these evidential things, they just disappeared after a while. But what was really the toughest part was like, how am I going to handle myself and my kids when I know that people obviously are coming into our apartment and moving stuff around and taking things away? How am I going to do this? And here's one example that really got to me. It's like one day I went to the police to file a complaint and to go against whoever that is doing that. And I wanted for them to actually look into this. I didn't know if they were involved or who was involved. And the problem was that when I came home, I had the form that the lady just typed on her computer and printed out for me. And I put it on top of my living room table. And then I went to bed. And the next morning, that piece of paper was gone. And I looked everywhere. And I couldn't find it anywhere. So I knew that something was up. I just didn't know. I couldn't really put a finger on it because I was just like every normal person. You live in your house and you believe that no one can enter it, right? Or people just don't enter it unless you have a key. So that was my reality. And then I had to learn that obviously that wasn't true. So that was really hard. It's like, how do I feel safe within myself? And how can I prepare my kids for that and for something like that? So yeah, that was the hardest part.
My God, Diana, really, I appreciate and I salute your inner strength, courage. Unless or until we face those hardships, those situations in our life, we don't know that how much strong we are. And yes, the strength test will happen only in those circumstances of our life. So I really appreciate your vigor, your strength, your courage that a woman is having. And yes, those hardships, those circumstances, those challenges, I think had made you today a very strong woman. So I can say people can shake you, break you, rate you, hate you, but it's you, Diana, who will make you, and you have made it. That's the biggest proof you have given. And a round of applause on the KUDOS Latte podcast for the great Diana. Really, I must say, the greatness is itself a shortest word for you. A lot of adjectives for your strength as a strong woman. I give it to you. I crown to you. So
Thank you
great.
so much.
I love it. Well, this is the really inspiring, challenging journey of Diana. But each and every step of her life, she proved what is she. She is the epitome of success. She's the epitome of knowledge, and she's the epitome of a very strong woman. And to this very strong woman, I would love to know, Diana, now about your work, your profession, and you're the founder of Joice Ventures. So all these things we all would love to know. So kindly enlighten once again.
All right. So Joice Venture is a holding company that I founded. And at the very moment, I am holding, or I have founded and co-founded two companies. One is Rebel Rise and the other one is Disruptive Rebels. So Rebel Rise is, as I've already mentioned, my agile leadership and sparring coaching and training and mentoring and so on and so forth. And the other is Disruptive Rebels, in which Marty Smith and I, both co-creators of Disruptive Rebels, we came up with the idea, why don't we create something for startups in which we are helping them from idea to concept to market and beyond. Because I have so much experience within the PR realm, with building teams, leading teams, training teams, and so on and so forth. And she is that resilience ambassador. So I really love how we are just complementing each other. It's like she has a different type of way that she approaches the work than me. So mine is far more business based, far more into, okay, so what are the methods? What are the techniques that you are going to need? All of the business knowledge, all of the leadership acumen that you need within relationships with yourself, professionally, or then private relationships. And yeah, so Marty does the part where it comes to leadership and emotions, and how do you actually take care of yourself in that sense. So that is a very important part. So we decided, okay, let's just do this together. And I found her on one interview in another Facebook group, and I was like, I have to talk to her. Right. And so we spoke, and I offered her, hey, would you like to collaborate? I would love to. And she was like, oh my God, I never suspected this. And I didn't even suspect it, because it was just something so prompting. And I was just like, let's just do it right now.
Awesome. This is really great and miraculous. And yes, I do agree that in your life, sometimes something happens very miraculous. Even you have not thought of that situation. Yes. And Marty Smith, even I hosted on Latte podcast, and she was really fabulous and amazing lady with her, n number of challenges she had faced, and a very, very great enthusiasm she had. So I really congratulate you both for your great success and future. A lot of collaboration should come to you, and a lot of happiness, a lot of success to come to you, Diana.
Thank
So once again, awesome journey, awesome deeds, awesome profession. And yes, I would love to draw the attention of the global viewers. If you want to collaborate with Diana, kindly connect with her on Facebook or LinkedIn. She's there and she's rocking. And just make your world a fantastic one, a successful one, and a leading one and transformed one. So thank you so much, Diana, for enlightening the world with your great deeds and great profession. And
you.
moving to this journey, Diana, this thing, I think it should come straight from your heart. A very simple question. What is your opinion about KUDOS miracles? So anything, because you met our founder CEO Matt Allen, so you can say anything now today.
Well, Matt and I, or Matt and Disruptive Rebels. So Marty and I, we have Disruptive Rebels, and we spoke to Matt, and now we're collaborating on a larger project that we have in mind, which is going to be the same thing that we are doing right now online for startups, taking them from idea to market and beyond. And we're going to be doing the same thing on site with an on-site project. So we're focusing on green energy. We're focusing on blue energy. We're focusing on creating wealth, ending homelessness, ending hunger. So all of these things that KUDOS does and that Matt stands for. And so this is the reason why we actually collaborated, because it just came naturally, right? So right now we are looking to secure a piece of land in order to start building facilities, in order to start building a resort, in order to start using permaculture in order to create the landscape, and so on and so forth, with green technology, blue technology, AI ethics, with people who are also within the more traditional space of soul healing, because we thought, okay, so if we are going to heal the earth, if we are going to green the earth while we are helping startups to get their thing rolling, why don't we just do this in a completely holistic way? Which means that we are going to need a few people here who might be woo-woo, as you might consider, But we felt that without that, it would be too techy, it would be too cold. So we feel that if we are going to go for the whole greening the earth type project, we also have to think about the human aspect, and that is connection. How do we build connection? And that is by A, taking care of ourselves, and B, taking care of the people that are around us and that we are interacting with, because that is so important, and a lot of times that is being overlooked, right? So, and at this very moment, I'm working on the very first module of the disruption by design program, which is meant to create ideas and concepts, and it's going to show you how to think in disruptive ways and divergent ways and non-linear ways, so that you can actually embrace the diversity of everything that is around us, so that we are coming up with really profound ideas and disrupt the industry, innovate and disrupt. Yeah.
Great. And I really, really congratulate three of you, because I know you guys will make and create lovely miracles in the upcoming days, and a lot of success, a lot of knowledge will just come to us also, and you will benefit everyone with your great deeds. So thank you so much for this loveliest answer. And Diana, let's play. This is the time when we play with our latte.
Let's play.
Thing. So, Diana, are you ready to take for the rapid fire round?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So, which one is Diana's favorite color?
Red.
Oh my God.
Red. And you are wearing it.
Yeah. And which is Diana's favorite book?
Oh, I have several. So one of them is, like I said, Leaders Eat Last, because I've really sunk my teeth into it. Another one is it's a novel. What is it called? Is it Pillars of the Earth? I think it is Pillars of the Earth. Okay. I really love that book. And the other one is the sequel of Games of Thrones, because I love how those books are being written. It's just like, if you're reading it, it is like so elaborate and so beautifully written. Just incredible.
Awesome. All right. So which one is Diana's favorite dream destination?
Ooh. It's not Mars.
It's okay.
It's not Mars. I'm not really sure. I think there are so many places, but I would really love to go to Mongolia, because I'm half German, half Hungarian, and the Magyarok, the very early Hungarians, came from the Asian, like the area where Mongolia is now, and I would love to go there and just start horseback archery, I think.
Awesome. This is really wonderful. Another word for Diana.
Another word for Diana. Rebellious.
Wow, that's what I was thinking. No. All right. So this one is really great. Your favorite cuisine? You have to think.
I think it's sushi.
Wow, that's lovely. That's so mouth-watering. Yeah. Your role model of your life, who inspires you?
My mother.
Oh, awesome. This is a fantabulous answer. This is same as mine. Anyhow, you played fantastically, and I really congratulate you, Diana, for playing very promptly, very beautifully, and you answered all the questions very accurately. So hats off to you, Diana. I don't have any hats, but still go on, move on in life and shine the world and always inspire. Today you have inspired, let me tell you, millions and zillions of feminine leaders with your leadership quality. God bless you. Stay happy, healthy. And it's a
Thank you
great,
so
great,
much.
great meeting with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was an honor to be here. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had enjoyed this session because she was really very inspiring. So keep smiling the way she's smiling, keep rocking the way Diana is rocking, and keep following your dreams the way she is inspiring, she's following, and she is she. Thank you so much. Till then, wait for another episode. Till then, stay happy, hale and hearty. Bye bye for now.